Okay, Amarius Mims, fired up. Go for it.
What stands out?
The potential that this guy's got is really, we're excited that he was there at 18. We think we're a great fit for him, with acquiring Trent and having Orlando, two veterans that can help with his processing along as he comes into the NFL so we're just really excited that he was there at 18 and that we get to add him in the mix.
This is for both of you, but how do you guys measure the traits that he has and what you guys are hoping he can develop into with the only 8 starts and a couple of the other guys who might have been on the board that had more starts?
Yeah, his traits are immeasurable if you've ever seen him walk through a door. So again, it's just there's a lot there to work with that we're really excited about. We've had a lot of exposures to him face to face where we got a chance to interact with him in a lot of different ways, and felt really good about his fit with us in the O-line room with our team, what his future could bring for him. We think it's the right fit for us.
I think the only thing I'd add there is I think we're all of the opinion that the only reason he's here for us to pick at 18 is probably because of the fact that he only has 8 starts. And had he gotten through a season, played this whole season the way he played in the tape that we saw, there's a very low chance that we're even having an opportunity to pick him.
Obviously coming from Georgia, you could also say that he's gone up against arguably some of the best defensive players every day at practice. Was that something that was intriguing to you guys?
It was. If you talk to our scouts that go through that school, that's one thing that they would bring up. They've witnessed that firsthand. The way that they practice, everything that goes into them winning multiple national championships and always competing for titles. The guy's a football player, and he knows what to expect when he gets to the NFL.
You mentioned mentorship a little bit. I mean, is it helpful that he looks just like the other two guys in front of him in terms of learning how to play with that size in this league?
Absolutely. It's those guys that have similar measurables and have gone through a lot of seasons, won Super Bowls, the both of them. So I do. It's coincidence that we didn't set out to do this, but the way it's played out makes us look brilliant. But yeah, that is a good thing to have.
Zach, personality-wise, you always have a lot of high-character guys. What
Yeah.
did you like about Amarius?
Yeah, really enjoyed being around him. He was about the right things, the things we want to be around. You could tell his love for football was genuine and pure, and that's the feedback we've always gotten. And so we really enjoyed our interaction, especially when he came here in town.
Zach, you mentioned the lack of experience, but how much do you value those 2 starts he had in the college football playoff? Experience you guys have valued.
I mean, those are absolutely things we went back and watched and studied the previous year's tape, because that's really where he got his first introduction to college football against really good opponents and good matchups for him. And again, I just think that what we've done at the tackle position allows us to take Amarius and get him ready to play. And so I'm excited about the addition there.
Is there a rapid play that maybe jumped out when you were going through the tape that you really liked that really kind of caught your eye?
There's a lot. I can't give you one example specifically, but we just like the consistency of his tape.
And strictly pass blocking-wise, what stood out? Obviously, there's not a ton of starts there, but you guys are going to throw the ball a ton, so what stood out?
Yeah, I think the same reason we've talked about why we like Trent and Orlando is the length. Just naturally, he plays. He has length, and he plays with tremendous length. And then, he's 340, but he doesn't look like he's 340. So he moves a lot better than what you'd expect a player that weight to move. And so he stays in really good position. He's seemingly unaffected by speed and bull. I mean, he plays under control. He's comfortable. It's all the things that you want to see out of a guy that size to project to being a high-end pass protector in the NFL.
How rare, Zach, is that? The 340 that doesn't look 340. He moves like that. Because he's 6'7", 340, those guys.
It's rare. It's rare. I mean, when we see him, he looks like he could add weight, and I don't know how, but it's just he's a rare size athlete, and we're fortunate to get him.
Can you tell us a little bit about your process and when he maybe rose up your grades and when did you really look at him as, hey, if this guy is here, we should take him?
Yeah, I mean, we underwent an extensive process. We had a lot of these guys in the building. We made it a point that we wanted to get to know all of these high-end tackles. I think probably after meeting him here and just getting to interact with him and really understand what he was about, that's the biggest piece to this puzzle, right? It's so hard to predict this kind of success these guys are going to have. You have to feel really comfortable with the person, and I think we felt that way when he left this building. We watched all the tape there was to watch. You combine those two things, and we felt really good about the pick.
Dan, you draft a guy like this with the idea of him being a big part of your future, the right tackle of your future in some ways?
I mean, sure. I mean, any player that you're going to acquire with this type of draft asset has got to be a big part of your future, and we believe he can be that, and he will be that, and we're going to do everything in our power to put him in position to be exactly that.
Is he got position versatility if necessary? I mean, do you think he could pick inside the guard if needed while he's being developed as a right?
I won't get into all that right now with him, but we're excited about the traits that he's exhibited and get him in here and work with him.
Zach, what was going through your mind
I'll get you, Charlie, after this.
when 6 quarterbacks came off the board in the first 12 picks, and did that impact or affect the way you were feeling about your chances of getting Amarius?
Absolutely. Joy was the word that was going through my mind that I felt at the moment. So I think anytime when you're picking anywhere in the first round and quarterbacks are going and you don't need a quarterback, that's a very positive thing. And we were obviously excited about that. And it's rare, 6 of them to go. That's ever happened that early? I don't know. So 41 years, Charlie.
Follow up on Matt's question. Is he just a right tackle? Will he work at all left tackle? How do you do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely in terms that he's going to have to work both, and that's just the way our young tackles come in here. And so, again, his primary experience has been playing right tackle, but just the way that these guys come in, we've got Trent and Orlando right now, which is perfect for our situation, and so he gets a chance to work both sides.
What kind of impact would it have long-term on the offense to have really solid tackles who can play at a high level, and given what y'all want to do? What kind of impact could that have, or what that opens up for you and for Joe in the way the offense runs?
It's just great to have. I mean, anytime you've got a quarterback you want to protect and you can acquire the type of linemen that we've been able to add into our building with the free agent additions of Ted and Kappa and drafting Cordell and in free agency getting Orlando and Trent and now drafting another one. We feel really good about how we built that lineup and able to protect Joe and run the football and do all the things that allow us to be a successful offense.
You use the term rare to describe his physique. How rare?
I mean, just wait till he sits up here and answers questions tomorrow. I mean, it's I say less rare because I've seen Trent and Orlando stretching in the weight room, so it feels a little more normal now. But you meet with a lot of these guys, 30 of them to be exact, that walk in my office, and they all walk out the same door, and he is. You find yourself staring at him as he walks out the door, and he's impressive. He carries it well. He's got a great personality about him. I think you all are going to really enjoy talking to him, getting to know him, and again, we think he's got a lot of potential.
Is there a difference between raw and inexperienced, and if so, which side does he lean toward?
I think he leans toward inexperienced. I think they do a good job developing offensive linemen there at Georgia. They've got a really good track record of putting guys in the NFL, guys that can come in and play. So I think it's just he's gotten the practice, as I think Kelsey mentioned or whoever, he's gotten the experience in practice, even when he wasn't starting, playing against all these top draft picks and as good a competition as there is out there. And so it's just an inexperience level actually in games. But, again, that's why we felt comfortable with how we're built with the 2 tackles we have, that we're the right team to take him on.
Did the 6 quarterbacks selected force you to reconsider anything before choosing Mims, because there were so many great defensive players left on the board that maybe other lines didn't?
No, because, the Duke and everyone involved do a really good job organizing the board. And so, again, we're not shuffling it at the last second. Shockingly, we didn't have the quarterbacks in our top group to take if they were there. So it was leaving names up there that we really liked, like Amarius, and so that was a positive for us.
Is it hard to grade a player with just 8 clear starts?
I mean, the bigger exposure, obviously there's more to see, but with Amarius, we just kept coming back to, it's maybe not as many snaps, but the snaps that were there, you saw a lot of the things that you want to see. You didn't come away from those snaps being like, man, he left these 2 or 3 boxes unchecked. So in general, to answer your question, yeah, more is better to be able to look at, but for him specifically, we saw enough in that sample size that we feel really good about the pick.